So, how is it going, everyone? Welcome to some Wings of Beam Demon mode. And let me see, I think everything's fine. Right, so let's start right away. Basically, we were trying to defeat a boss, a robotic boss at that. So, yeah. I don't know if I will be able to defeat him, but you know, yesterday I've been quite a lot of time trying and I didn't find any success, but you know, it's a matter of time, as it usually is with these things, right? I gotta get used to the patterns again, by the way. It's pretty hard to get used to the patterns again. Well, I mean, when it comes to, you know, boss battles like this that have pretty specific patterns, it's always a little bit hard to get used to them again. But you know, eventually we get used to it and they die. I gotta say that saw on the ground that is spinning, it is pretty annoying indeed. Like at first it doesn't really look annoying because of how slow it is, but it definitely is. Especially because with some patterns, it's pretty hard to avoid it, right? That's fine. Yeah, this boss is proving to be pretty hard. It's proving to be indeed pretty hard. I think my biggest problem with the healing missiles are the ones that spawn on the top of the screen, like this one, right? Since I can melee them with the same ease that I melee the ones that spawn lower, right? That's fine. Damn it. Ah, damn it. Also, the missiles, the non-healing missiles, right? They deal 30 points of damage. That's quite a lot for an attack that it's not that easy to dodge, considering the amount of stuff that is on screen at the same time. See, for example, these things dealing damage kinda makes sense since they are only 3. Although, you know, the fire in the ground is pretty OP, right? But that's fine. But these things, sometimes these things are insanely hard to dodge, depending on what's on screen, obviously, right? But that's fine. We're gonna get it eventually. Oh, that hit me. Alright, that's fine. But yeah, basically most of the attacks in this fight deal 30 points of damage. The exceptions are the healing missiles, they do 15. I think that Saw does 25, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe 26, so it's pretty similar anyways. I think this ray also does 30 points of damage, and I think the mini lasers also do 30. So the only difference is on the healing missiles and on the bombs when they hit you. When the bombs hit you, they deal 36, I'm pretty sure. Though the fire deals 30, I think. But yeah, they mostly deal the same damage except for the healing missiles. So overall, every attack can be a problem when it comes to damage, so you kinda have to dodge them all equally. You just can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna get hit by this one. You really can't. Well, these lasers deal less damage when they are about to disappear, but it's such a small window that I don't think it's even worth to count. Ah, damn it. Ah, damn it. Ah, that has to be a reset. Consider doing another playthrough of this, then I go to the first pool, fell a few times and I decided it wasn't worth it. Damn. Why is it going yummy? You want it? Why would you want to do another playthrough? Well, I mean, sure, if you like the game, that's great, but I feel like, regardless of how much I could like the game, doing hard stuff like this again, I think it will be a little bit too much, at least for me. I don't know about you, but it definitely will be for me. Like, in that regard, it's kind of like Shadow of the Colossus, as I said before, right? One of those games that I really like, but I really wouldn't play again. Although in the case of Shadow of the Colossus, it's not because of difficulty, but because of the fact that you already know how to kill every boss, so, you know, it's kind of useless to play it again. Although I guess you can enjoy it for all the climbing and exploring. Lack of intelligence, damn. And I mean, that's fine. There's no problem in wanting to play, you know, a game again, even though you already beat it. It's just that I personally wouldn't play again a game that, even if I like, was entirely hard, right? Like, for example, I wouldn't play I Wanna Be the Boshi again, right? And I love that game. That game was really, really good. But, you know, playing it again, yeah, no thanks. That's a little bit much. But that's fine. Not wanting to play a game again doesn't mean that you don't like it. It just means that, you know, you already used the game, right? Like, the game already, you know, did its functionality. It's kinda like chocolate, right? Obviously a lot of people like chocolate, but sometimes your, you know, your stomach is full, so you don't want to eat more, right? But you not wanting to eat more doesn't mean you don't like it. $15? Wait, did the missile hit me? Or was it the laser about to disappear? Oh, nice, I destroyed it in time. I thought I didn't. Damn it. Sometimes I don't need... sorry, I don't know how to aim with these damn bombs. Like, sometimes the bombs are close enough, but the melee attack doesn't trigger for some reason, right? I don't really get it, but you know. Also, what do you think about the new Twitch design? Like, today I basically turned on Twitch and I realized that they basically changed everything design-wise. I mean, I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad, but the light theme, it's a little bit too bright, right? Like, I feel like they should tone the brightness of the light theme a little bit. Other than that, I don't feel like it's bad or anything, right? I mean, I don't mind the font. I don't mind the colors either. But I feel like, you know, it's a little bit too much when it comes to the brightness of the background. And it almost tempts me to use the dark mode, right? But the problem is, I can't use the dark mode while I'm streaming, because otherwise I will pretty much have no lighting. So the camera will look like trash. I mean, yes, I know that normally, if I was an actual professional streamer, I will have another source of lighting other than my screen. But, you know, not professional yet. So, yeah. That just sucks. Don't care much, haven't seen the normal bright one. Yeah. Basically, it's just really taxing to the eyes. Like, when I try to look at it, I'm like, damn, turn the lights off. Yeah, that's pretty bright. And I always been using it like, you know, the light theme, so I don't really want to stop using it right now just because of that. And I don't really also want to turn the brightness of my monitor down. Well, maybe I could, you know, write a script to be executed every time I open Twitch, and I will change the you know, the color of the background. That could work. I don't even know how to do it. I mean, yes, I know how to change the color of the background. I don't know how to execute a script when the page loads, but it's probably not that hard. Oh, fuck. Damn, he's getting healed. Damn, that's pretty hard. That's a pretty hard one. Everything's a bit large, but that's typical with the mobile first simplistic trend going on now. I see. Probably need to do it through a plugin. I thought the browser could do that, right? Isn't there a functionality in browsers that allows you to execute a script when a page loads? Because I definitely thought that that was a thing. I guess not? That's fine. Guess I will investigate it at some point. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Ah, damn it. Also, this boss seems to, you know, like, I don't feel like I'm doing bad at this boss. It's just that I feel like, regardless of how close I am, the last patterns when he enters rage mode, that seems to be a little bit too much, right? Like, it really seems to be too much. I mean, it's already quite a lot before it reaches that point, but when he reaches that point, it's like, it's over. forgot to. Damn it. I think plugin is the easiest way. I know you can override assets with local files, so that might be another way. No, it's just that I thought that the browser itself gave you an option, like a user interface option to execute a script for a single page. Like if you went to options in Chrome or whatever browser you have, I thought that it would let you do it. I guess not. I guess I was a little bit misguided. Damn it. Those bombs are trash. You can, but it won't be safe between reloads. Oh, no, you're talking about the developer tools, but no, I'm talking about having a specific option where you specify the domain and a script, and every time that domain was visited, the script will be executed. I thought that was a thing, but I guess it was not. But yeah, I obviously know that in developer tools you can do that just fine. I mean, I use developer tools all the time when I'm at work and I have to, you know, change something. So instead of recompiling my code every time, I will just, you know, just change it there and then see what works. But yeah, I know that's temporary. How did I dodge that? Alright, not complaining, I'm just a little bit surprised. Oh, damn it. It's like these bombs really want you to aim like a sniper or something. Like even though I'm clearly incredibly close, it doesn't work. Nice. Oh, that's gonna heal him. I think it's possible with Firefox somehow, but not sure about Chrome. I see. Well, I guess I should start using Firefox again. Right now I'm using Opera. You know, basically Opera is like Chrome, but a little bit better. So, you know, I have taken a liking to Opera, even though I know that it's essentially Chrome with a reskin, right? But, you know, it's kinda interesting to use. That was literally impossible to dodge. Writing a plugin extension for it will be like one line, I think. I see. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I should investigate that probably. Although, well, maybe it's a lot more useful than I will think it is, right? Because not only you can use it for things like the Twitch background, but you can also use it for, you know, special sections in a web page that you don't like. So for example, you could completely hide YouTube recommended videos, right? You can do pretty much whatever you want. That would be pretty sick. I definitely should investigate that. You know, there are some specific websites that I don't browse anymore because of how much stupid stuff they added, or, you know, just how much stuff bloats the screen, so I just can't be bothered to have all that stuff on my face. But if I will be able to execute a script at the start of the page, I can just do whatever I want. That will be pretty good. Unblock extensions like uBlock, let you right click and then unblock it, or with a CSS selector. Yeah, it's pretty much what I will use. Like, I will basically take the class, or even if it has an ID, for example, of the recommended section on YouTube, and just chop that off. Get that off my face. I know that there are some people that like recommended videos, right? And sometimes it's useful, like for example when I'm listening to music on YouTube and I want to listen to something else that is related but it's not quite the next video that is gonna play, so that's when it's useful. But I feel like for a lot of other cases it's complete trash. So, you know, being able to remove it will be great. That section most of the time is garbage. The problem is that it's not like, you know, the real problem is not that it's garbage. The problem is that they recommend you garbage. Like, the idea of the section is not bad. The problem is that the recommendation algorithm is trash. So basically that means that the videos there are also trash. Hey Mage, how is it going? Hey Riemann, how is it going? Damn, everyone's here? Alright. Yeah, I'm basically just where I was last time. You know, just fighting the Dark Annihilator that basically wants me dead at all costs. And it's doing a pretty good show, I gotta say. Damn it. How did that not work? That's fine. It's alright. Just destroy. Doing good, how about you? I'm doing fine. I mean, it was a little rough day at work, but that's fine. That's usual. You know, that's what these games are for, right? To just forget about work. So that's great, but yeah. Damn, 30 damage? Oh, it was already disappearing, but it didn't. I'm trying to uncle and clear the Donpachi Resurrection normal, but stage 5 destroys me so much. Yeah, because stage 5 is trash. You know, I was about to change the word that I was gonna use, but no, it is actually trash. Yeah, like, that's the only thing that we can tell you. Yeah, good luck. Because, yeah, stage 5 is indeed a pain in the ass. Unnecessarily long, unnecessarily hard. Because, yes, I get it, it's the last stage, so it's supposed to be hard, but I feel like stage 5 just goes way overboard with how hard it is compared to the other stages. It's kind of like, you know, PDH, right? It's like the whole game, the game has been kind of hard and all the stuff, and then suddenly PDH is harder than the whole game combined. Well, stage 5 on Dodonpachi is pretty much like that. Stage 5 is harder than all of the other stages combined. So yeah, honestly, the only advice I can give you is good luck. Because I don't even know myself what's the best way to beat that without getting completely obliterated. Yeah, the spinning, well, that's pretty much the first problem of the stage. The spinning lasers, also known as the spinny fucks, yes. Yeah, they are horrible. Gone there with a lot of resources a couple times, but I just can't for the life of me do it. Well, I mean, you can always try to look, you know, some of my runs there, which are not that good either. Like, I still got wrecked quite a lot there, but maybe it will give you some ideas. You can probably find them on the video section. I don't think I have it in my description, so yeah, you will have to look for videos there. That's fine. Like basically that section with the spinning lasers, you really have to memorize it. If you don't memorize it, you're gonna die. I mean, you're gonna die also when you memorize it, but at least if you memorize it, instead of dying 6 times in the section, you will probably just die, you know, like twice. And when I say die, I mean getting hit, not necessarily die, considering that, you know, Dodonpachi has auto bombs. Tim. That's gonna be bad. Oh, that's bad. That's definitely bad. Yeah, wow. Spamming bomb like that should be illegal. Him, what an asshole. He actually spam bomb like 3 times in less than 30 seconds. That's already a lot. I wonder if this boss is gonna take me the whole stream. Because it kinda looks like it will. Well, I mean, I'm not in a hurry, so I hope you're not in a hurry. Ah, fucker. The good thing is that I'm reaching rage mode, you know, a little bit consistently. Obviously the problem is that as soon as it reaches rage mode I die. But I guess it's just a matter of time. Wait, did that laser bounce back? Like, it looked like it did. I feel like destroying the bombs horizontal is the best idea here. If I try to destroy them like that, it's pretty risky. I need to destroy them horizontally. That wasn't enough. Yeah, the problem is in that last section, when you get close to the spikes, you probably should focus on the last one, since, you know, the ones that he fires first are gonna end up in the wall or in the spikes, so it doesn't really matter. I see. That looked good. Yeah, it looked close. It really looked close. Today's Code Vein release. Well, that's right. Well, I mean, I didn't know that, but I forgot that that game existed. Good stuff. And I heard that in this game will be character created and I can decide will I make my character looks like Dio or Emilia? Why not both? Just make a Dio with wings. Make him wear an androgynous dress. And there you have it. You have the Emilia. Fucker. Actually, Dio with wings will be pretty cool. I wonder why Dio doesn't have wings. I mean, he's a literal vampire. I will expect him to have wings. You know, that's fine. That angle where the bomb drops is a little bit annoying. Ah, damn it. That was a pretty bad combination. Like the horizontal lasers and... not lasers, the missiles. Horizontal missiles and vertical missiles. That's pretty hard to dodge at the same time. See, I don't understand why that did not work. It should have worked. But it did not work for that bomb. Really had to do that, right? Of course you have to do that. You know, I kind of wanted to play Code Vein, but just with any game like that a lot of people are interested in, it's a really bad idea to stream it. Like, games like those are really bad for small streamers. Well, this on release date, obviously. But, you know, yeah. Although, even if I actually wanted to stream it, I don't think my computer is enough to handle it, so, you know. Holding back on Code Vein until I see more of it looked really bad when I first saw it, but that was over a year ago, so it might be better now. I don't know. A lot of people say that it was pretty similar to Dark Souls. But, you know, nowadays everyone says, oh, this is the Dark Souls of, you know, farming simulator games or some shit. So I probably shouldn't trust people. But yeah. Dark Souls of anime, yeah, that's basically what I heard of it. But you know, that's really not saying much, especially with the amount of casuals out there that they talk about video games as if they knew. And again, I have nothing against casuals, right? I mean, you can play the game whatever you want. You don't need to be good at the games that you play or anything like that. But what I don't like is when people talk without knowing. So they should say, oh, this is just like Dark Souls, and then it's nothing like Dark Souls, right? But yeah, pretty much. Ah, fucking bomb. That was pretty close, 15%. The Dark Souls comparisons are so dumb, yeah, I know. There's already Berserk. I haven't read that manga, and I probably never will, but it's something interesting. Generally, all those games are terrible. I don't really think they are terrible, though. Like, well, that depends, because, like I said, a lot of people call any game the Dark Souls of this genre, right? So for example, a lot of people say that Cuphead was like the Dark Souls of platforming games, right? And honestly, obviously those people are trash, but you know, the game is really good. Also, I didn't mean to say that the people are trash, I mean to say that what they say is trash. They are not trash. I wouldn't really refer to a person as trash, that would be pretty, you know, pretty rude. In any case, what I was saying is that Cuphead is a good game. Obviously, people that compare it to Dark Souls have pretty, you know, a pretty bad way of speaking. But, you know, Cuphead is a good game. In any case, yeah, people saying doing Dark Souls comparisons really are annoying. I mean, it's funny when they are joking and they do it in a way that it actually is funny, obviously, right? Like regurgitating the show without any creativity probably is not, but you know, some people get pretty creative. But if they actually say it seriously, that's when you're like, come on, dude, you can't say that. I mean, you can say that if you are expecting people to take your opinion seriously, right? That's the problem. 9 of damage, alright. How the fuck am I still alive? Dude, I have no room to breathe. But it was pretty close, it's just that I couldn't even move. Alright, well that one was close. Dark Souls is like a buzzword for journalists now. Yeah, I wouldn't really... I mean, calling those people journalists is pretty much a compliment. I mean, because they really have nothing of journalism. They just have the title of journalists. They are not really journalists. Talking about Casualty, the Chaos Wave Hunter, and the Father's Max too. If a game advertises itself as Dark Souls, it tends to be bad. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, because it's kind of like trying to ride on the success of something that, you know, had its own identity. But yeah, if you don't have your own identity, you're probably gonna be a bad game. Unless you copy the original game so well that it's actually a decent game. But for the most part, that's not the case. Ah, damn it. Oh, nice. At least I got hit by the missile. The healing missile, I mean. Ah, that's bullshit. I thought I had 30 points of health left. Maybe I did not. Alright. I say it only sarcastically. Alright. Journalist clowns? Well... yeah, when it comes to journalism... I have a pretty... you know... a pretty rough opinion on journalists. But then again... I don't feel like generalizing them would be smart from myself. What I do know is that those who call themselves game journalists, they are just not journalists. They are people that think that saying their opinions on a video game is journalism. It's not like your opinion is necessarily trash. It's just that that's not journalism. That's it. I mean, I can also write a review on Steam. That won't make me a journalist. You don't mean Clownfish is cute journalistic aren't? I know, right? But yeah. I mean, journalists in general don't really give me a bad impression. I mean, a good impression at all. Like, journalism in general, I really don't have good opinions on it, but... you know, I really don't want to generalize and say that all journalists are trash. Because that would be, you know, probably the wrong thing to do. Sure, they don't even play games themselves. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case too. I mean, if you restore to journalism, it's probably because when I say journalism, I mean video game journalism, right? Like, why aren't you playing the games, right? And it kind of makes sense that they probably can't. So instead of playing them, they dedicate themselves to writing about them, right? So instead of, you know, doing something like being a content creator or whatever, right? They realize that they can, so, you know, they have to do it in another way, right? And that other way is, you know, writing about them. It kind of reminds me in a way of some teachers, right? Like, there are a lot of teachers that actually teach because they like to teach and because they have the honest, you know, idea that, you know, teaching is the way to go, right? So obviously those people have my respect. Problem is that there's a lot of teachers, and when I say teacher, I just don't mean school teachers. I mean every kind of teacher, right? College, you know, particular teachers, whatever you want to think. A lot of them, they do it because they can't do the real thing, so instead they just teach about it. Right? Obviously, that's not the case with every teacher, right? Again, there are a lot of teachers that actually just like to teach. They want to spread their knowledge to other people. And, you know, those people are, you know, they are cool in my book. But yeah, there are others that they just can't do the real thing, so they just have to teach, which is fine. The problem is that there's a lot of those people that don't know how to teach, but just because they know about it, they think that they are able to teach, and oftentimes that's not the case. But you know, that's fine. I mean, after all, they have to eat, so might as well do something that they can kinda do. Pretty sure with game journalists is the same thing. The problem is that at least teachers, one way or another, even if they are bad teachers, they are kinda useful, right? Game journalism is not useful at all, and in fact it's more, you know, damaging than anything, right? A lot of times. So yeah, game journalism is oftentimes a joke. And when I say oftentimes, I mean 90% of the cases are usually a joke. But yeah. That bounce. It cited Kane noises. Those who can do teach 90% of people teaching software development. Well, that's actually pretty. I mean, I don't know how accurate it is statistically, but you know, I had a professor in university, right, that he basically didn't know shit, and he was pretty much learning as we were learning, right? I think that's one of those cases of, you know, person that they can do the real thing themselves, so instead they resort to teaching, but the problem is that they are not even good at that. But yeah, you know, it's an interesting situation. My college there is teacher that is hated by all of students. Yeah, that's also pretty common. Thankfully in university I had a lot of a lot of good teachers. Like a lot of people that knew what they were talking about. A lot of people that actually cared about students learning, right? So I have to be thankful about that. Because, you know, the case that I just told you about is like a bad apple, right? It's like a bad apple in a tree full of really healthy and good apples. But yeah, that happens. And again, going back to game journalism, right? I feel like game journalism is pretty similar. Like we basically have people that want to do something with video games, but they don't have the ability to play it themselves and get it either a career on, you know, professional competitive esports or, you know, content creator, right? So instead they try to go for the journalist route. Needless to say, you're already in a world where, you know, you really can't. You gotta be really lucky to make any bucks out of gaming, right? So you're already in a world where I'm talking about the gaming world, right? You're already in an environment that getting a living out of it's already hard, right? So not only that, but you also want to do something that pretty much anyone can do, as long as they know how to write. So it's like, has to be, I mean, I don't want to disrespect any game journalist, right? But it has to be one of the most useless jobs in the world, right? I mean, if you can actually, you know, get a few bucks out of that, I'm happy that you can do that. Good for you, right? But damn, it really has to be one of the most useless jobs there are. I mean, useless when it comes to you know, what's useful for others, right? Obviously it's useful for them, but it's completely useless for everyone else because it's not even informative. Like video game journalists is not even informative. It's just people, you know, writing their shitty opinions on video games. I mean, it's fine. If you wanna have an opinion on a video game that I disagree with, that's fine. But calling it a job, I mean, it's fine. Again, if they can have a job with that, that's totally fine. It's just that, you know, when you write stupid shit, don't expect me to respect you for that. And usually, game journalists write stupid shit most of the time. So yeah. That shit is gonna... whatever. Oh shit. Nice. I couldn't get hit by another laser. One time she got angry on me because I used console in AutoCAD instead of user interface. Damn. Yep. Those are the kind of teachers that they shouldn't be teachers. I don't know how it goes to those gaming review sites. I guess console games are people mostly looking at AAA titles. You're right on both, right? Like you're actually right on both, but that's just like a consequence. Like the cost there and the main demographics are people that don't really know much about video games, but at the same time they don't have the time to know about video games, right? So instead they resort to this cheap journalism, right? Because you know they can just click and have a news about some, you know, AAA game or whatever. These are basically people that have a job. They don't have, and probably a family as well, and they don't have time to do proper investigation on video games or anything like that, right? So they just do like, alright, I'm going to IGN.com, .com. Sorry, I say that in my real language. That's something that happens when you try to be bilingual. Some words that you are so used to saying your own language, you say it regardless of the language you're talking. Yeah, sorry about that. That's fine. I'm assuming that you still understood that perfectly. Yeah, I meant to say IGN.com. I say punto, which is how you say dot here. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I guess you also can learn some Spanish from this stream after all, right? Related brain lags. Yeah, sometimes when you try to be bilingual, and I say try because I really wouldn't consider myself really bilingual, because I still have a lot to learn about English, but sometimes that happens, right? Like you try to say something, but you're so used to say it in your language that you should say the word in your language. Yeah, I know, right? Educational streams. But yeah, it happens. It also happened the same in reverse, right? You usually say numbers like that. Oh. Yeah, with numbers it used to be the case, but I got used to pronouncing numbers over the time. Somehow. I don't know why. I don't know when, but at some point I got used to pronouncing names in English. Even the large ones, right? Like the numbers that have like 6 digits or 7. I don't know where I got used to that, but I got used to it. Obviously, if you make me read a 12 digits number, I'm probably gonna struggle. But you know, I can try. But yeah, usually those kind of things that you are so used to saying your main language, yeah, it's pretty hard to say them in the language in your second language, right? The language that you're trying to fluently speak. That also happens with expressions like, for example, right? The expression like, which is like a replacement for a word that you don't know how to say or that you don't really think about in the moment, so you try to extend the sentence to think about it, right? That word, we also have an expression like that in Spanish, right? So a lot of times I switch them in both ways. A lot of times, like when I'm speaking English, sometimes that expression will slip. I don't know if you notice it. That's like sometimes I do it, but it's a little bit hard to notice because I try to, you know, say it more quietly, just so I don't sound like a complete dumbass. But it also happens when I'm speaking Spanish, right? Like when I'm speaking Spanish, sometimes instead of saying that expression, I say the word like. Because those are expressions that they are kind of like reflexes, right? It's kind of like when someone hits your knee and in return your knee contracts itself, right? Well, not contracts, retracts. Well, I don't know how to say that. But yeah, right? It's kind of like that. Those are words that you don't really think when you're saying them, right? So you should say it in whatever language they came out. They come out in English, right? If they come out in Spanish, that's right too for your brain, right? Since you mix up my Dutch and English sometimes, which ends up with me sounding like a mess. Yeah, I know, right? That's the worst part, because when I do that, like I say with the IGN.com, that instead of dot I say punto, right? Like you sound like a complete dumbass. That's the problem. So yeah. But it's funny. Like in retrospective, I gotta say that it's funny. That laser was too slow, damn it. Damn, this boss is really taking a lot longer than I expected. Like, I expected this to take long, but damn. That's fine. It makes sense. It's a hard boss. See, that's what happens when we talk about game journalism. We end up talking about English. This is not show. Yeah, you can say that. What do y'all think of the new Twitch layout? I don't mind it, but I don't like the fact that the background on the light theme, it's so damn bright. Like, are they trying to get me to like blind me or something? Cause it's really bright. It's pretty bright. It's bright in a way that it's just not good. It's not good for your eyes to be this bright. And I always use the light theme in Twitch, right? But this is just too much. It's like a light grenade or some shit. Dark mode feels darker. Yeah, I mentioned this before, but basically I would use dark mode if it wasn't for the fact that if I use dark mode I will barely have any lightning. And if I have no lightning, basically my camera doesn't look that good. I guess the good thing is that now the lightning is gonna be even more noticeable. The bad thing is that if I stare to it, my eyes are probably gonna, you know, not be happy about that. I write this chat, it basically goes to Persona 5 because of red and black stuff. Well, right now it's gray and red. But, you know, it's similar. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I know the dark version of Twitch is probably better right now. But yeah, I still need to. I still need lightning. Though I probably should, you know, have another lightning source. I don't know which one. I don't even know what to use for that. Because I'm not gonna use a professional lightning or anything like that. I don't even have the money for that. Well, I don't know if I have the money for that because I don't even know how much it's worth. It's probably pretty expensive. I don't really want to spend that much in just something that is gonna illuminate my face. Wonder... No, you can't hit him melee, no matter what. Even if you're literally next to him, you can't. Aya being game journalist. Aya will probably complain about Reimu patterns in Touhou 8. Got this Shrine Maiden and this bullshit patterns. I give this game an 1 out of 10 just because of Reimu. Yeah, that's probably how it's gonna go. What hit me there? I mean, I'm asking which one of those things hit me. I know that I got hit. Something that I also notice is that when the wall comes, the lasers also bounce on that wall, which obviously makes it way harder to dodge. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, like this part is just too hard. Like that part with the wall is just incredibly hard. I mean, the fight already is hard. That just makes it a new level of hard. Nice. Oh, that was too high. Oh, didn't I get hit by the healing one? I guess not. Yeah, like that's the problem. At that point, when you meet the wall and the robot starts firing the lasers, they bounce back. Like they don't just get lost, they just bounce back. That's incredibly hard to deal with. And I obviously get hit by a bomb. Damn it. Come on, dude. Really want to see what's next after this. I don't want to be fighting this boss forever. Oh, the lasers can also bounce on those things up there. I mean, they can also horizontally bounce there, which is pretty fucked up. Why did you delay it, you piece of shit? Khadgar Shikigami? That's a pretty strange request. Khadgar Shikigami, why would you want that? Such a random thing to ask for. Khadgar Shikigami? That piece of shit. Okay. Oh, the wall is right there. Oh, that's gonna suck. That's pretty much it, right? So, I think I understand how the wall works. I think when you get to 30% of health, the wall appears. It's not when he enters rage mode, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. What I do know is that it's actually static. It's not, you know... It's not, depending on the length of the stage. Like, it always happens at the same point on his health. So yeah, that basically, I wouldn't call it static. I will call it, you know, depending on his health, right? Static will be the opposite of that. Bouncing lasers. Oh, I thought I had enough health to tank that. Wait, you said Khadgar Shikigami. I thought you said Shinigami. Alright. Yeah, well, basically you can ask Ran about that. Alright. That works. Oh, I can get hit by a laser or a normal missile. Damn it. That's gonna suck. I can get hit by that. Ah, damn it. Well, again, the good thing is that I'm consistently getting to the rage mode, so that's good. That really hit me. That's too hard, dude. Like, the lasers are just the worst on that last section. Damn it. That's so hard to deal with. That didn't. Damn it, come on. Am I gonna be able to beat this boss today? That's my question. Because it's not... I mean, it's looking close, but it's useless. Like, the health bar doesn't really tell you much. If it's gonna be that hard when he's about to die, I mean, the health bar is basically meaningless. I mean, meaningless to determine if I'm close or not, I mean. Nice. That was a good trade. That was also a good trade. It's been too rough for my hands. Like... If it keeps going like this, I might need to stop, because it's making my hands hurt a little bit. Like, this shit is not easy. But it's definitely not easy on my hands either. Shouldn't have shown. How am I supposed to dodge that right there? Hey, there was basically any room to dodge. And since the wall is right there, it's not like I can run anywhere. And this is really not looking good. Again, getting that far doesn't mean anything if I'm gonna instantly die at that point. And the only attempt where I actually got really close, like I think less than 10%, I got really lucky as well. I could not repeat an attempt like that since then. Yeah, that's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Missiles, healing missiles, and the bomb at the same time on the screen. That's really fucked up. That sucks. And the fire doesn't go away, right? Pretty sure it doesn't. And that's gonna probably kill me. Have no room to do anything. Look at this. Though I almost got it. Damn it. But I needed to destroy that. If I didn't destroy that healing missile, I would have died anyways. Damn it. That wall part is so overkill. It's such an overkill. I mean, the fight is already fairly challenging without it. But that wall section is just too much. Like, it increases the fight difficulty like 10 times. It's just too hard. Like at that point you have to be praying to RNGesus that you don't get a shitty combination of attacks. I think I'd rather let him heal than let him spawn the fire. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, that's it. When he spawns the laser, when the wall is right there, it's over. You really can't dodge. I don't think it's like physically possible to dodge sometimes, because the lasers just bounce, and I don't think your hitbox is small enough to be able to dodge every single one of the lasers when the wall is right there. Like it's just incredibly fucked up. That's fine. Sorry, my voice almost cut off, but that's fine as well. You know, the weather has been pretty changing around here, to the point where it's getting really hard to predict how to dress yourself, because sometimes it's pretty hot, and some other times the wind makes it colder, right? It is pretty much the time of the year where the weather is completely unpredictable. I should have gotten hit by the healing one right there. This shit's too hard. And you know, it might not look like it, but I'm trying so hard right now. Like, it might not look like I'm trying hard, but I'm trying so hard that you have no clue. Which is kind of like the reason why I'm not really talking that much. I'm really trying so hard. Seems like it's not enough. Have to try harder. How did I not hit that bomb? Okay, that was bullshit. Let me tell you that was bullshit. I know the feel. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm just trying really, really hard here. But it's clear that I have to try harder. That bounce at such a shitty angle. That was really a situation about pick your poison right there. Yeah, come on, dude. At the end, like when you're at the wall, RNG is incredibly important. Like you really wish that he won't spawn the tiny lasers, because if he does that, it's over. It's pretty much over. But you know, it also depends on combination, not in a single attack, right? A lot of times, like for example, the attack where he spawns the missiles vertically, that one is not hard to dodge. But if you have that, and you also have the horizontal missiles, right? Like you have both the vertical and the horizontal missile, it's just too hard to dodge. Even when you're not at the wall. I mean, when you're at the wall, it's obviously harder, but yeah. I really hate when the bomb reaches that angle. That's probably gonna be it. So it's gonna be impossible to avoid most of the stuff that's gonna spawn right here. Yeah. That's literally gonna be impossible. Okay. This boss, huh? Yeah, the wall is basically like a whole different fight. Like up until the wall, like right before the wall. The fight, you know, it's pretty doable. But right when the wall comes, you really need to get lucky with the attacks. You don't get lucky with the attacks, it's pretty much over. No matter how good you did in the rest of the fight. Come on. So I can't get hit anymore. Which doesn't really mean much, because it's not like I choose to get hit. Yeah, like right with patterns like this, what are you even supposed to do? The laser, the little lasers, and the wall is just an almost impossible combination. Because let's not forget that while all of that is happening, you have to destroy the healing missiles as well. Right? Like if you let him heal, you're basically letting him get closer to the end of the road. And at some point it's just impossible to do anything. Right? Like no matter what attack he does, if he gets close enough, it's just impossible. You can let him do that, but at the same time there are some patterns that you just can't do it. Let's go, this is the one. I hope you're right. So who is it going, Mr. Oldo? Yeah, this is just something else. It's like a whole different fight as soon as the wall is involved, I mean. Like whenever the wall appears, it's just a whole different fight with a whole different set of rules. Like a complete different set of rules. Like for example, when he starts dropping the bombs, you probably shouldn't worry about the first ones. You should worry about the last one, which is kind of the opposite of what you want to do on the rest of the fight. Same with the tiny lasers. Usually the tiny lasers are not that big of a deal in the rest of the fight. Like see for example right here. They are, I mean you can just dodge them without any trouble. At the end of the fight though, they are pretty much the hardest pattern that he can throw. So yeah, basically the rules of the fight change so much at the end. Trust me when I say that I'm trying my hardest here. I really am. It really feels like it's just not enough. Well, at least I got hit by the healing missile. Why did I get hit by that? Damn, that actually exploded. See, right there, it's just too much. The tiny lasers are just too much there. Where am I supposed to stand? Am I supposed to stand close to the boss? But if I stand close to the boss, I'm pretty much cornering myself. Because there's a lot of patterns that basically require you to be... Wait, did you see that? Hold on. Can I... Oh, look at that. You can actually stuck yourself in one of these sections. I mean, you can just slide. But basically, you slide, jump, and you stand there. That might be useful in the future. Especially in sections where you have non-stop slide. If they even exist in the game, that is. Literally corner there. Ah, fuck. Oh, at least I destroyed the missile. Nice. I really am speechless. Like, I don't know what to add here. I think I already said everything I wanted to say about this battle. Like, it's basically just a matter of actually doing it. But it's proving to be really hard. You shoot diagonally, damn it. You actually shoot diagonally when you were not supposed to. Does anyone have any advice on this? Because, you know, I'm starting to question if I can even do that final section at all with how I'm currently playing. And regardless of how good I do on this first section, it doesn't matter at all. That sucks. I don't even know where that bounced from. All the devices be more greedy with damage, it's just rough. Yeah, but you can be that much greedy with damage. Because I only have 3 shots, and I'm pretty sure this boss doesn't care about melee damage. Like, I tried to get close to him, and he just doesn't care about melee damage. Right, like for example, look here. I'm as close as I can without, you know, dying by hitting him. And I just, like, the melee doesn't activate. So my only choice with being more greedy with damage will be, like, I can even spam harder because I only have a limited amount of projectiles to use. And the other problem is that I can't even ignore these healing missiles, because if I ignore the healing missiles, it's pretty much the same as nothing, right? Like, it doesn't matter how greedy I am with damage if he's gonna heal, right? So you really can't do anything. I mean, anything different, right? When it comes to the strategy itself. It is really getting to a point where I'm just physically unable to do it.
Target eliminated. Then standing by for your mission. Annihilation sequence engaged. Stalled.
That combination where he does the horizontal missiles and the bombs is also an incredibly dangerous combination.
Annihilation sequence engaged. Annihilation towards the needle.
You know what's the most fucked up thing about the tiny lasers? Is that once they hit you, they don't disappear. Unlike the missiles actually disappear when you get hit by them. The tiny lasers, they don't. They just stay there forever until they eventually disappear by time. Basically, the only way I could beat this boss was to literally hit it every opportunity I could, even a few seconds on the ground loss. That is what I thought was the hardest about this boss. I see. Well, the thing is that it really depends on RNG. I mean, it's not like I choose not to hit him because I don't feel like it. I don't hit him because of these healing missiles, and also because sometimes, you know, there is that combinations of patterns where you can't do shit other than focusing 100% on dodging the pattern. Like, I wish he spammed that huge laser more, but he doesn't. Like, if he spammed that huge laser 3 times in a row, which I know it's probably impossible, but if he did that in the section with the walls, I'm pretty sure I will win. But that's probably too much to ask. It's terrible. Top of everything else, you're on a horrible clock. The problem is that it's not even a clock, right? Because if it was an actual clock, he also would be dead by now. The thing is, it depends on health. So it doesn't matter how fast you kill him, or I mean how fast you damage him, he's always gonna reach the wall at the same point, right? So no matter how well you play, the wall is always gonna be there at the same spot. So you can even control that, right? It's like, I say this before, but it's like two different fights. The fight before the wall and the fight on the wall. They are two completely different fights. I should have decided better.
Target eliminated. Standing by for new mission.
It's quite a shame, because the boss is good, right? The boss as a whole is good. It's just the fact that that shitty wall section, I feel like it completely ruins it. Because up until then, the boss is challenging, but you know, you really, unless you get really unlucky, you can pretty much just get good enough and be able to, you know, kill him. Here, in the wall section, it feels like no matter how good you are, you really need to rely on RNG. If RNG is not on your side, that's it, you're done. And that's the worst offender. That's the worst offender. Like, that's just the worst offender. The lasers and the wall. Had to kill him before the wall. But can you even kill him before the wall? Because I'm pretty sure the wall activates when he reaches 30% of health. So how can you even kill him before the wall? Like, I don't think it's really a matter of time, but a matter of health. So regardless of what you do, you will always meet the wall. It's just very hard. Okay. But like, is it confirmed, the fact that, you know, the wall is health based, or is it actually time based? You're staying still, you know, in some section and you don't shoot, you could use the time before the wall. Yeah, but that's easier said than done. I mean, it's not like I'm standing still because I want to stand still. I'm standing still because I can't move. Because if I move, I either die or the healing missiles get to him. So it's not like I want to stay put in one place. It's just that he forces me to. Like, for example, right there, I can jump if those lasers are up there. Like, I really can. Like, right here, I just can't jump. Or here, right? Like, if I just let the bombs hit the floor, that's it. Like, I die. So it's not like I'm standing still because I want to. It's just that I just can't do it. Say, man, you had to spawn the damn fire. Oh, you piece of shit. You sack of shit. No, I'm pretty sure the wall is health based. Like, now I think I'm combines. I'm pretty sure the wall is health based. Because I basically reduced his health a lot faster right there. So I'm pretty sure the wall is health based. No matter how fast you do it, the wall is always gonna be there at the same time. Speaking before the war, maybe shortly after it showed up. Yeah, I guess you just need to increase the damage a lot when he enters rage mode. The missiles that flying from above you can get in place and then keep shooting. No, the thing is, yes, I could technically get to the gap between missiles and jump. The problem is that I need to jump and then turn back to start shooting him. If I turn back, my character is gonna move, and if I move, that means that a missile is gonna hit me. That's the problem, and the reason why I can't hit him while the missiles are falling. Right? Obviously, I will be able to if I go from right to left. But if I go from left to right, I will have to turn back, and I need to move for that. So it's really, again, a matter of RNG. If I get lucky enough to dodge the missile from right to left, yeah, I can probably shoot him. But I don't choose where the missiles are gonna land, so there's no way that I can, you know... Like, I mean, right there, for example, I got lucky enough that the gap was really big, right? And since the gap was big, I could just move, turn around and start shooting. The laser hit me there, right before it disappeared. So for example right there, yes, I can actually shoot him there. But it's about getting lucky enough that the pattern allows me to do it. And obviously the missiles, needless to say, they are insanely random. So it's not like I choose what I want to, you know, where I want to be there. I am where, you know, wherever they let me be. And right there. See, for example, I didn't pay that much attention to the bombs right there. And that caused me to get the floor filled with bombs. So it's not really a matter of, you know, it's not like I don't want to damage him more. It's just that I can't. And I think I'm damaging pretty fast. Like I don't think I'm doing a slow job at damaging him. But anything faster than that would probably be just too much. Ah, fuck. How unlucky can I get? Like, really, how unlucky can I get right there? I guess a lot. And you know what's the worst part? I can't do anything else here. Like, the only thing I can do is face this boss. Because I literally can't go back. Look at this. Impossible to go back. So no matter what I wanna do, I need to beat this boss. Maybe watch a video to see how others do it. I don't really like doing that. But even if I like doing that, I'm pretty sure watching a video wouldn't really tell me much about it, right? Because again, when you reach the wall, it's all a matter of RNG. If I get good RNG, I can actually win. The problem is, when I say good RNG, I mean RNG that can only happen like 1 in 100, right? Like basically getting a combination of attacks that makes it so easy that I can just defeat him. So like, even if I wanted to watch a video of someone doing it, it will probably be useless, because again, it's really dependent on RNG. So if the guy, you know, playing in the video gets good RNG, then, you know, it won't help me much. Oh, fucker. That's so fucked up. Also, how is it going, Green Chicken? Yeah, as you can see, I'm doing pretty roughly here. Like, holy shit. I say this multiple times already, but I'm really trying my hardest here. It might not look like it, but I'm really trying my hardest. Fucker. Yeah, it's just a matter of, again, playing it enough and eventually getting a lucky run where I beat it. That's it. Like, I don't think there is another thing I can do. Like, I already know all of the attacks. I know how to beat all of the attacks. But at the end, the wall, it's a whole different story. It's a whole different story that, you know, some attacks, again, they become literally undodgeable when you reach the wall. The lasers are the prime example of that. You literally cannot dodge the tiny lasers when you reach the wall. Or at least a certain distance from the wall. It just becomes impossible. See, a combination like that, like the one that I got right there, is just extremely unlucky. really can't take any damage before the last section, because if I take any damage, unless it's a pretty insignificant damage, if I take damage before the last section, it's pretty much a lost run. Oh fuck. Well, at least I got hit by the saw. I guess I should say that it's not worth it if you get hit by a 30 points damage, like that one, right? But if you get hit by like the healing missile or the saw, you know, anything like that, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's obviously not ideal, but then again, it's not like you can choose what you get, right? But you know what? At least it's not PDH. You can always rest assured that this isn't PDH. So that's great. That's really, really great. This is not Slug Scramble, yeah, that one too. You know, it's pretty interesting, because it feels like my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Like, I either got used to it, or I just permanently fucked it up so I don't feel pain anymore. But that's fine, don't worry about it. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I should reset. And I obviously missed that bomb. Really, when you judge this boss, you really should use two different judgments for the two different sections of the fight. So I really am pretty tempted to say that the wall section is complete bullshit. But the rest is fine. Like the rest of the fight, it's really good. But the wall is so completely unnecessary that it hurts. It just hurts. If the wall wasn't there, this will actually be... Whatever, it doesn't matter what it will be. What matters is what it is. A boss after a shitty day? Yeah, it's kinda like... I mean, you need the whole experience, right? Where is it going, Mr. Tusk? Yeah, you know, it's pretty funny because I've been fighting this boss basically for a whole hour in the previous stream. And basically I started this stream 2 hours ago. So basically I've been trying to defeat this boss for a total of 3 hours now. You know, this is reminding me of Sonic. Sonic on I Wanna Be the Boshi. Although a little bit, you know, I don't even know if I could say that it's harder or not. Because again, this boss, unlike Sonic, I mean Sonic had one really hard attack, but this boss is basically not that bad until you reach the very end of the boss. So it's not really like Sonic at all. It's a Soul Green? Nah, I don't think this is a Soul Green. Soul Green took me 15 hours to beat. This boss, I don't think this boss is gonna take me 15 hours to beat. I really doubt, or at least I hope not. Because if this boss take me 15 hours to beat, that would be crazy. No, I definitely think this is more like Sonic. Soul Green is probably gonna be the final boss, which apparently a lot of people, it takes 15 hours for a lot of people, right? So that might be more like Soul Green. This one, it's pretty much either a Sonic or a Mario, right? When it comes to the amount of time that it takes. I really don't think this is gonna take that much longer. But then again, it's more that I hope that it doesn't take any longer unless that... I can't even talk. No, it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is that fuck this last attack. And sometimes I dodge those vertical missiles accidentally. It's pretty funny. Spawning the lasers there, it should be illegal to spam the lasers there. Like once you reach the wall, I will allow him to do any other attack. Any other attack, but those tiny lasers are just... You can't do that, come on. You see it more like Mega Man that wasn't that hard. Wasn't that hard? Wasn't that... Did you even beat Mega Man, by the way? Did you even beat him? You're saying it wasn't even that hard? You are crazy. You are completely crazy if you think Mega Man in Boshi is not hard. You are out of your mind. But then again, you didn't even beat him, so... Whatever you say doesn't matter anyways. So, that's fine. Once you beat him, you can say that. Once you beat him, you can say Mega Man wasn't hard to me. Until then, I think Mega Man isn't hard. Yeah, but we're talking about someone who is good at fun games, right? Like, Mage, you're really good at fun games. This guy here, Soga, also known as Aldo, he basically couldn't beat Sonic. And he's talking about how Mega Man isn't hard. Like, come on, dude. Isn't hard compared to Hibachi. Well, yeah, fair point, right? Ringman, yeah, well, that's the hard part of the boss. I'm not saying that the whole boss fight is hard, but Ringman is a bitch. And Ringman being a bitch means that the whole fight is hard just because of Ringman. Eat a dick. I know, right? Sonic and Sora Brawl is the hardest blind follow-up, surely by Mario. I mean, Sonic and Mario definitely were pretty hard. But I feel like Mega Man... I mean, then again, the problem with Mega Man is that Mega Man is kind of like a combination of fights, right? The Ringman fight there, it's so hard and so random that, you know, it just makes the whole thing hard. Like, that's the biggest problem of that fight. Obviously, if Ringman wasn't there, the fight would be a piece of cake, probably. Well, not really a piece of cake, but it will be easy, right? Let's just say that it will be quite easy. But Ringman there makes the whole thing a pain. Hammer Bros were what made Mario hard. Yeah, indeed. Mario Bros and the last pattern. I mean, the last pattern is not necessarily hard, but after reaching there, you're so nervous that you really don't want to fuck it up. Yeah, I guess, you know, if Ringman wasn't there, that I feel like that would be a fight that I will remember with positive thoughts, right? But when I think about Mega Man in Boshi, I just can't have positive thoughts at all. Yeah, the last Mario pattern is basically a really good shibate. And when I say good, I mean pretty evil. There we go, get fucked. Yes. Damn it. Holy shit, dude. The Darkheim Watch? Alright. I don't know what the fuck that is, but sure. With it you can travel back in time to past memories and collect items you have missed. Alright, I like that. When traveling, you can only move within the selected memory. It is accessed in the menu. Alright, so that's what we're gonna use to 100% the game. Interesting. Can I even go somewhere now? Unlimited Shivade works. Thanks Mr. Tusk. Really means a lot that you were here at the right time. Oh, so this is the continuation. Alright, just in case, I know that this fight was obviously saved, but just in case, let me officially save it. There we go. Whew. Yeah, no Shibade, I know, right? And yeah, that was indeed a huge relief. Thanks Aldo, I really appreciate that, Shishi. And I'm also glad that you were here to see it. Whew. Hungry Susumi noises, yeah. And pretty much move through your memories. Susumi will be proud. Alright. See, here's the thing. The reason why I beat it that time, it wasn't because I suddenly got good. It was because I got lucky that he did that laser attack, like the long laser, twice in a row. Or, well, it wasn't literally in a row, but it was really, you know, it wasn't that long, the interval between the two, so that's what gave me the win. If he didn't do that and he did some other stuff, I will be dead. Like, if he did the tiny lasers, I will definitely be dead. But there we go, finally. Holy shit, that was an experience. Basically took me 3 hours and a half to do that. Damn. Suddenly got lucky. I know, right? Alright, so we have a new save. And we have a new fuckery. Remy? Oh, that's right. Remilia is one of those bosses that has a ton of RNG. Alright. So I guess we're back to platforming now. Damn, that was such a tough fight. Like, holy shit. And this is just gonna get tougher and tougher. And that was probably not what I... Yeah, that definitely was not what I was supposed to do. Also, I wonder what exactly I'm supposed to do here. That, probably not. Maybe this. No, that looks pretty hard. Okay, so... Was that a good idea? Probably not. Whew. Yeah, I'm still trying to get over that fight. Although I really don't know how to get past this without getting hit. Right? Oh, you can do that. Okay. That was bad. Oh, if I don't hurry, I die. Okay, I got you. So I have to hurry with the electricity. Gotcha. Nice. So that's how you do that. Also, can someone tell me how the hell a jetpack works underwater? Yeah, I know, right? Video game logic, but still. Oh, fuck. Are you excited to go through all these sections again looking for secrets? Yeah, right? I'm extremely excited. Although, to be fair, going through these sections with looking for secrets, at least, you know, I have more abilities now, right? Like, I have the double jump. Well, that's pretty much it. I have the double jump, but, you know, it's a pretty big ability. And also the slide. So yeah, I guess it's not that bad. And besides, it's completely optional, right? So, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But then again, playing the game is also optional. But you know, when you're a masochist, what's optional and what's not is pretty hard to tell, right? Oh, come on. Oh, I'm dead. That's not how it goes. Oh, you lose abilities? Wow. You lose abilities. Alright. Wait, you also lose your attacks? Like, basically, I can shoot this, for example. Because if that's the case, I guess, yeah, that's gonna be something that I'm probably not gonna do. Damn, that's so hard to do. I don't think I can even slide to make it faster there. That was definitely not what I intended to do. I also don't know how to do that fast enough. Just as your character to that point in time. Oh, fuck. Yeah, and you don't lose anything, can always go back. Yeah, I see. It's just that, yeah, not having the range shots is such a pain in the ass, right? Come on. You know, no matter how much I struggle in these sections that are gonna come right now, at least I defeated that boss. So that's what matters. That's what truly matters there. Can't remember if shots are maintained or not. I hope they are, because a lot of these sections are also hard mostly because you don't have much different shots, right? So you have to rely on what your default gives you. Well, I'm probably supposed to. Whatever. I want that checkpoint, damn it. Too late to regret. Tim, look at this shit. Can I even aim this from here? Obviously not. Oh, because these things block it, right? Oh no, they get blocked by... Okay. Damn, look at this screen, dude. I mean, just looking at this screen is like, wow. Like, basically what you're supposed to do here is go right, jump to the platform, shoot the electricity there, and then go down and try to go as fast as you can until you reach the top platform to the right. That's incredibly hard to do. And guess what? Since we are in demon mode, we have no checkpoints. So we have to do this shit and then that other shit. And without rest. I fucked it up. Whew. You know, this is a Soul Green game, alright? These things are normal around here. These things are indeed normal. And the worst part is that when you move underwater, you're slower. So that section with the electricity, it really is gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm dead. Also, when it says that you can access the time from the menu... Oh, it means this menu, alright. I see. Interesting. I basically jumped and used the jetpack at the same time. Bad idea. Pretty bad idea. Oh, you don't even need to use that depending on when you jump. You don't even need to use it. Okay, so if I do this... Oh, well, you really can't get too much to the left though. That's the issue. That's fine. Although maybe you are supposed to use it just so you can delay it in a way that doesn't obliterate you. Oh, you have to slide there. Have no choice but to slide. Okay, maybe it's not that hard. Because you basically... Oh, there's more shit after that. I really hope that thing up there leads me to a checkpoint, although I doubt it, but... Damn. That's fine. At least the sections are pretty telegraphed, right? In the sense that there is only one way to do them. You can't do it any other way. Why did I went right? I guess I tried to dodge the spikes, but I failed miserably. Barely. Oh, actually, no, I don't think I could have used the double jump there. So I think I already used one jump before that. Yeah, it is pretty much the obligatory underwater level. Though the positive thing here is that I don't have to worry about my breathing. Imagine that, right? Not only worrying about this really fucked up underwater platforming, but also worrying about your breath. That will be really fucked up. Thankfully this is not Sonic, so you don't have to worry about your breath. Also, I wonder if this is... Yeah, it is the same. Okay, it's the same pattern no matter what. Like, they don't desynchronize. They're actually perfectly synchronized. I tried to slide, but I pressed the button too early, so I used the wings instead. Or the jetpack, I should probably say. Oh, I didn't jump, sorry, I didn't shot up, I shot diagonally, I think. Okay, gotcha. I didn't shoot it. I think I was too high for that. Nope, not yet. Wait for it. There we go. So at least that first section is not that bad. And this one is not that bad either, it's just that I gotta get used to it. Why am I failing to shoot that? I need to watch the repetition for that, but I really thought that I shot that there. Oh, it worked there? Yeah, but you have to jump a lot sooner than that. I really hope there is a checkpoint after that. The problem is that I doubt it. I really doubt there is a checkpoint after that. Here's the thing, I'm trying to slide as fast as I can, but the problem with doing something like that is that instead of sliding, I actually use the jetpack, which sucks, because that pretty much is gonna make it impossible for me to get there in time. how can I fall faster than that? Can I even fall faster than that? I don't think I can. But if I shoot on my way down, I don't understand how I can do that in time. I guess the only way to do that in time is to not hit the platform below. That's pretty fucked up. And I hit, but that's the thing, right? I did it too fast, so I got hit there. But if I do it slower than that, I'm gonna get hit by the lasers. So I don't get it. I think in order to not lose horizontal speed, I should jump a little bit sooner than that. But you know, the spinning bars are the problem if I do that. Waste too much time there. That's pretty fucked up. Like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Unless I'm really shooting diagonally and I don't realize, but I don't think that's the case. I really want to get to the next checkpoint before ending the stream though. So I'm gonna try to do that. Damn, that couldn't been worse. That was bad. Okay, so the problem there is that I landed in the platform, but I think I did the double jumps properly. So if I can do both things properly, which is basically not landing in the platforms and doing the double jumps properly without getting hit, then that part should be done. Obviously, I don't know if that means doing the rest, because I don't know what's after that, but oh, come on, That spike didn't. Whatever, I guess it hit me. See, for example, right there I screwed up. I almost got it. Almost. Oh. Instead of going for the second laser, you go down. Oh, you're right. I can actually go down. Yeah, you're right. But there's definitely something up there. Because as you can see, you can go back after that. So even if this is probably gonna take longer, I want to know what's up there. Now that you mention it, yeah, there is a way to go down there. So maybe what's up there is a secret. But I gotta get it. Right? Hey Gabby, you suck. I know, right? How is it going? You're a human. Yeah, I know. Basically, I've been stuck for a boss in this game for 3 hours, which is still not as much as what I've been stuck in bosses like, you know, the Boshi bosses. But it's still quite a lot. And I'm sure there's gonna be bosses where I'm gonna get stuck for even longer than that, so, you know. Like Shunko? Yeah, like Shunko, right? You're a human. Hey, don't mind Tusk here. He's pretty much a stoner. So whatever he says is irrelevant. Don't mind him. Also, that choke doesn't quite work in English because it needs a Y instead of an I. You know, regardless of that, don't listen to this stoner. Too early. That was too early. Damn it. Okay. Rahiben is not happy. Alright. Well, I hope you can get happy. But sure. Try, hope you get better. Too early, you piece of shit. Okay. That was too early. Too early for the spinning spikes. Like speaking of spiky fucks, right? Kinda reminds you of Dodonpachi here. Yeah, the spinny fox, basically a Dodonpachi original. Mish is having a PTSD of that. I know. I'm also having PTSD of those spinning fucks in Dodonpachi. That almost works, but I have to jump a little bit earlier than that. Gotta do my homework on the spinny fact sometimes, otherwise I might never won't go and clear it. Yeah, that's what I did. I went to practice mode and I, you know, just tried to do my best. Just tried to do my best at memorizing the patterns. But yeah, you gotta go to practice mode stage 5, and even if you can do it perfectly, because you probably won't be able to do it perfectly the first time, it's fine. You just need a strategy that allows you to die the least amount of times that you can. Just try not to die. Like, try not to die that much, and that's enough, right? It's fine if you die 3 or 2 times. But, you know, you don't need to perfect stage 5, because I'm pretty sure perfecting stage 5 is one of the hardest things to do there. I mean, if anyone could perfect stage 5, basically Hibachi wouldn't be that rare at all. Activate the switch 2 times, once before going on the laser and another one as soon as you pass. Alright, gonna take that into account, thanks. See if that works. I don't think you can, because if you try to do that, you're gonna get interrupted by either the walls or the spinning spikes. I don't know what interrupts you, but there's something that doesn't let you do that. Sadly, it will be pretty easy if it let me do that. Well, I'm not sure if pretty easy is the right expression there, but you know, it will be easier for sure. Those electric switches are such bitches. Like, if you don't hit them exactly where they want to be hit, they don't activate. Or I guess this deactivate will be the proper thing to say. I don't think I can do it faster than that. Like, I did it as fast as I could right there. Well, it obviously was the fastest so far, and it wasn't enough. See, why didn't that work? Like, tell me why didn't that deactivate the electricity? Doesn't make sense. I'm pretty sure that hit. Like, for example, that one. Like, is the hitbox that shitty that you have to hit exactly there? Well, it seems like it is. You know, if there's something that I'm not gonna miss from this game, are those electric switches. Like, fuck those. Seriously, they suck. They just suck. So I know the strat, it's just that it feels like I need to do it very slightly faster for it to work. Oh, come on, dude. I really hope that secret, if it is a secret, is worth it. Like, I really hope you don't give me some shitty tail that I'm not gonna use. Like, if you give me a tail, at least give it a tail that I actually like. Damn it. I really want to get to the checkpoint. I just want to get to the checkpoint. Just so I forget. Well, I'm probably gonna encounter more spinny fucks like this in the future, but at least I want to forget about this in particular. No, that doesn't work. Okay, let's try that again. That's not gonna work, and I'm trapped. Damn it! Really trying that part so hard. See, and this is a pretty good dilemma, right? Like, should I really try my hardest to get that secret if it is a secret? Or should I just ignore it? That's why I don't like secrets. I feel like they unnecessarily increase the length of the game. Because basically if I just went below that, I could probably be already done with this part. Nice. Wait a second. Whew, I almost got killed, and I unlock an achievement, gotta go fast. So am I gonna unlock a Sonic theme? Are you shitting me? Miner's Helm? Can I even use this instead of a ponytail? Actually, I meant to say, can I use it alongside a ponytail? Oh, I have to replace the glasses? Yeah, fuck you. Tim. Why would I want to use that? Like, why will you look at that accessory and be like, oh, that looks good? Like, tell me why I will use that miner's helm instead of this. Beautiful glasses. You suck. That's fine. I mean, it's a secret, after all. So we got that. Probably gonna die here, by the way. Oh, the checkpoint is right there. Though I'm also probably gonna die here. Or not. Alright. Nice. Whew. Well, I guess I can choose at least take a little peek at the net section, right? I still have some time before I need to go. Oh, a minecart section, alright, maybe I don't have time. Are you really doing this? A minecart section? What an evil piece of shit. And how do I shoot that? Can I even angle that? No, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm basically supposed to ignore the minecart? What? Like, I'm sorry, but what? Am I supposed to slide there? Because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to slide. Because if I slide, I'm pretty much dead. Okay, and now what? So you need the minecart. I don't get this. So are you telling me that I should trigger the minecart fast enough? Now this section is a special one. And you know what's the fucked up part about this section? Is that this section is pretty much as hard in this difficulty as it is in the other difficulties. So basically, you are supposed to save the minecart. It's pretty hard to save the minecart though when... That seems to be... Maybe that should be something that the Gabby of tomorrow should worry about, right? Because maybe the Gabby of today is a little bit tired to deal with a section like this. Because you're supposed to hit the switch before the minecart gets there. Right? But how do you even do that? Like, let's say I ignore the... Oh, fuck. Like, even if I ignore the minecart, maybe you're supposed to do something like this. But you're not fast enough to do that. I wonder what I'm missing here. So let's say that I ignore the minecart the first time. Well, now I can do that jump for some reason, alright. Oh, wait, you can slide under there. You actually don't need the electricity to do that. You can do this. Though if I do this... Oh. I'm confused though. Why will I need the minecart to do that? Is there a secret if I do that? Because it seems like the minecart is entirely useless there. Right? Maybe I'm not seeing something, but I'm pretty sure the minecart has no business being there in the first place. Like, unless I'm really missing something here. I'm fucked. Okay. Because here's the thing, right? Oh, I see. So the reason why the minecart is useful is because this section right there is literally impossible without the minecart. So that makes sense. You need the minecart because otherwise that spike section that follows right there is literally impossible. Okay, I see, but how the fuck do you even do that? Because you can shoot this from here, so you're supposed to go all the way around, but the minecart is not fast enough to do that. Damn, this section actually looks incredibly hard. Or at least a lot harder than I initially thought. Damn, what a mess. Damn, I almost got it in time though. Okay, so I think I understand it here. Like, you're only supposed to like, you know, clear the way to the minecart. You're not supposed to hop into the minecart. Like, you're just supposed to activate the minecart, disable the laser, and then slide under the laser yourself just so you can keep going. But you don't need to ride the minecart right now, that's the thing. I gotcha. Although it's gonna be a pain in the ass to try and do the following sections with this, that's for sure. Damn, that, I don't know why getting on that platform where the switch is so hard. See? Like, trying to get there, and it's been a problem. Okay, there we go. Oh, damn, is that too slow for you, you piece of shit minecart? How the hell did you get hit by that? Was that too fast? Apparently was too fast. What a picky shithead. Too fast for you, huh? Damn, you also want me to make your breakfast as well? Well, at least I could do it there. But you know, that's gonna... I'm gonna give it one more try, but I think that's gonna be it for today. Actually, let's give it 3 more tries, starting now. That's 1. The problem is that you should time that spinning thing. Like, you should time it yourself. If you don't time it yourself, you can't do shit. That's 2, by the way. I did it too late. I tried to wait for it. Yeah, I know that's 3, but I want to try, because that was incredibly close. Okay, so you do that. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna... It's so tempting though. As much as I want to say I'm gonna worry about this tomorrow, it's so addictive to try and get this section. And the section is hard, but even being hard is addictive to get it. Yeah, I know. I already did the 3 times, but I shouldn't have jumped there. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay, that's a complete pain in the ass. You know what? Yeah, I'm definitely doing this tomorrow. Even though I really want to do it right now, it's pretty hard to decide here because I need to go, right? But I really also want to do that. But I know it's gonna take a long time, that's the problem. It's not like it's, you know, you can just do 1 try and I will do it. I'm not even close to doing it, which is the problem. Oh, yes, it's, come on, keep counting. Please keep counting. Is its head? You know, that's actually an emote. I looked for it and that's actually a emote. Although it's not as good as One Head. One Head is such an amazing emote that it deserves a category on its own. Zero here. I don't know, I feel like One Head is such a good emote that it almost makes me want to do a variant of it as a sub emote. But, you know, not sure about that. One out of 0? You mean 10? I think you mean 10. Damn. I almost got it there, actually. You know what? Might as well try it now. Forget about those 3 tries. Let me try it a little bit more. Infinite. Oh, Tenkai? Damn. I didn't know that fuck was there too. You know, it's pretty funny because Tenkai dialogue in Lennon, in the, you know, in the true last boss of the Estra stage, he's like so aggressive, like for no reason. Well, I mean, not like it's not for no reason, but like, come on, dude. This is a game with spellcard rules where nobody can kill each other, and for some reason this guy is here really salty saying, oh, I'm gonna kill you, Susumi, or you know, all that edgy stuff that has no place in a game like Lennon, right? That makes me hate him even more. Like, why are you so aggressive? Even if you wanted to, you wouldn't be able to do it anyways. So why are you even saying all this edgy shit? But yeah, he basically says it anyways. He doesn't give a shit. Anyways, fuck Tenkai. That's the moral of the story. Tenkai is trash. I'm sure that the 3 of his fans all around there are not gonna mind me calling him trash. They are probably too worried trying to find each other. Yukari but douchebag. Well, I mean, Yukari's a bit of a douchebag too. Like, in fact, if you look at Touhou characters, Yukari is one of those characters that fits the douchebag category pretty well. The difference is that Tenkai not only is a douchebag, but he's also an annoying douchebag. So it's not just about being a douche, it's about being annoying as well. And anyways, fuck Tenkai. That's what matters here. Hey, what the hell? Well, I don't know about Kuroshi, because I haven't played it, but basically Tenkai is the only one that basically sends death threats to Susumi for no reason again. You know, pretty well that the rules of the land won't allow you to do that. So why do you even bother? Like, that's like me telling to Floyd Mayweather, I'm gonna knock you down. Yeah, good try. Like, good luck trying, right? I'm gonna knock you down, Floyd Mayweather. I'm sure I can, right? Anyways. I should have done that sooner. Maybe because of RMI Ed's event. Yeah, but RMI Ed's event? Which event? Oh, you mean you probably mean the Ed's events if you pick Susumi as playable character. But even if that's the case, like I'm not even saying that. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not saying that it's wrong that he's angry at Susumi. What I'm saying that is wrong. Yeah, I know the melon thing, but even then, even if he is okay to be angry with Susumi, like, it's not like the rules of Mugenri actually allow for that happening, so no matter how much you want to do it, you can't. So why do you even waste your breath? Right? That's pretty hard what you gotta do right there. Basically you have to flip the switch, the first switch once, and then flip the same switch but on the other side. That's pretty hard to do. Also, speaking about Tenkai, see, like, Surubami actually say that on the Surubami's own extra stage, but the thing is that Surubami, it actually made sense for her to say that because apparently they were in the border of Mugenri, right? Which means that Mugenri rules don't apply. So it makes sense that he says it there. But as far as I know, they weren't there with Susumi, right? Oh, that's the right idea, but that's the wrong execution. Damn it. You piece of shit. I actually wanna see. Well, there's probably. I hope there is a checkpoint on the other side. If there's no checkpoint on the other side, unless whatever is there is actually extremely easy to do. But if there's no checkpoint on the other side, I'm just ending the stream. Because this is hard enough to do. But yeah. Yeah, but it's pretty possible that there is actually no checkpoint on the other side. It's actually pretty possible that there is no checkpoint. At least not on demon mode, right? Oh, come on, dude. Why did that not work? Is that hitbox right there, like the hitbox between the... Or I guess I should say the gap between the platform and the ceiling, is it really that tiny? Well, I mean, I guess it is, but... Yeah, the problem right there with activating the switch at the end is that I can't go back up because I get hit by the lower part of the minecart. So that's obviously not what I want. Problem is that I'm going too high. Oh, but wait a minute. Even if I do bring the minecart that far, don't I need to be permanently sliding to avoid all those spikes there? Too high? You should be using C Grip instead of Pepega right there. Or Vape Nation, one of those. Those are the stoner emotes. Hold it. Damn, I hate the hitbox of the electric switches. They suck. They really do suck. How can you be that picky for a hitbox that I can barely even aim? I don't even have time to aim. I will gladly aim if I had the time, but I can't. Oh, you shoot diagonally instead of upwards. Damn it. Like, it feels like I'm close, and at the same time it doesn't feel like I'm that close. Piece of shit. Alright, you know what? Let's give it actual 3 more tries here. Let's give it 3 more tries. But yeah, like I said, even if I get the minecart go there, can I even go there sliding normally? Because I'm pretty sure I can perma-slide, like, right? Like, you can perma-slide. So if you can perma-slide, how am I avoiding those spikes? Well, I guess we are gonna find that out whenever we get there, but we need to get there first. Okay, those were 3 tries, so that's gonna be it. I know I could keep going, and in fact I want to keep going, but no, that's just too much for me. I really need to go, so yeah, gonna do exactly that. Let me see if I can raid someone right now. Hopefully, maybe not, but let's see. Is there someone playing Touhou? And I mean an actual Touhou. Well, there's someone trying to unlock the Phantasm stage on Touhou 7. Well, obviously, since it's the only one that has a Phantasm stage. Damn, I can't even speak. So I guess we can try doing that. In any case, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. Oh, thanks for watching too, Meish, and take care. Gonna see you all on the next stream.